Welcome, YouTube. Today we're gonna be reacting to Son Goku versus Superman on Death Battle. No, I know there's gonna be a lot of controversy on this, a lot. As who I want to win and who I pick feels a little weird to say because I like both characters very much. I like both of them. I'm a big comic reader, or I'm not a big comic reader, right? But I do know of a lot of comics and a lot of stories and a lot of I listen to those comics explained and all that. And I watch a lot of the movies, and I've started to become a big Superman fan, right? These stories, all these things. It's really good. Same with Goku though, the exact same. From the movies, right? I used to go to the theaters to watch like the one with Broly, the one with Gohan, and the new I don't know. Okay, I don't know specifics of everything. Right, so if I get stuff wrong, feel free to correct me. But like also have patience. Right, I don't know everything. But that cell was like Ultimate Form Cell, something like that. Right. Terminator Power, Cell Saga, Boo Saga, Goku Black with not Krillin. What was I thinking about Krillin? Android Saga, but it's technically the Cell Saga, but besides the point. Is it Trunks? Yeah, Trunks and time traveling, right? Okay, I know about that stuff. I know some of the lore for around this stuff. I don't know everything perfectly, but I know certain feats. I know certain things for both sides, right? This is all my explanation to justify why I don't want to pick a side here, because I enjoy certain characters, right? And I would say Goku could beat certain Superman. But the only problem with Goku and Superman, right, is that there's only like one Goku. Technically, there's Goku Black and the different series depending on what, but there's mainly just one Goku, right? And Superman is kind of as strong as the writers want him to be, right? He's as strong. He does feats that the writers want him to do. So the problem is that Goku is extremely strong, but Superman is inconsistently strong with different forms, right? And those different forms have different feats. And some of those feats are things that Superman should be able to use to beat Goku. But Goku, on the other hand, if it's just base form Superman, I feel like he could beat Superman. But if it's not base form Superman, then there's gonna be issues. And that's where I get complicated. Anyways, I digress on my statement. Let's get right into it. First off, let's just enjoy this for what it is. Oh, but then I think, let me just say, if I had to pick one, right? If I had to pick one, this is hard. I don't want to pick one. If I had to pick one, if I had to, the symbol of hope or the symbol of never giving up? You know what? We're gonna do a coin flip. Heads for Goku, tails for Superman. I'm chickening out. I'm sorry. All right. Here's over here. All right. Heads for Goku, tails for Superman. All right, chat. I don't want to hear it. Heads. All right, we want Goku to win. All right, chat. We're gonna want Goku to win here. I am not hearing this. All right. The coin decided my fate.
Son Goku, Superman. It's time to answer the ultimate question, and we're taking it all into play.
We're examining Superman's extensive mainline comic book canon. Given Dragon Ball Super's contentious continuities, we'll include all three, just to be thorough, plus Dragon Ball Heroes.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Yeah, let's see how this goes.
Far away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy and marveled at his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku.
Chances are, if you've watched some localized anime, you can thank this guy.
Inspired by martial arts
Yep.
films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story and the character that would define generations to come.
Dragon Ball!
Yeah.
Kakarot was born a low-class Saiyan on the planet Vegeta, nearly
The fact that Goku is so influential as it is crazy, you know? Dragon Ball is totally like like behind so many different like generations mindsets and stuff like that and such.
escaped its destruction by Frieza and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa Gohan.
Not just raised, but trained. Gohan began Goku's teachings in martial arts, which he would find to be his true calling under the guidance of Master Roshi. Specifically, he learned the Kame-sen and Ryu style, which focuses on discipline and tenacity, both of which strongly define Goku's character.
The more he learned, the more he wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication can beat raw talent. Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And a talking cat, but mostly gods. When you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else.
He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally superhuman. They also take Nietzsche's famous words, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," very literally.
It's almost unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt.
While Saiyans like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down, he will get back up, stronger than before.
It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves, like the Kamehameha.
An incredibly
His signature
powerful
move.
technique that focuses one's ki into a single point for a devastating beam.
So challenging, it took Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like 5 seconds.
It's incredibly versatile, with over 50 different variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet.
But unlike most Saiyans, he doesn't just use ki to blow shit up. Moves like the Solar Flare, Energy Landmine, and God Bind require a lot more strategy and planning.
Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to martial arts. He doesn't just train to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself.
He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker.
Well, pretty much any container could be used
That's kind of crazy. This is 8 months ago. Okay, if it's 18 months ago, they should even have Ultra Instinct here.
for the Mothaba sealing technique.
Then there's Kaioken, aka instant steroids. Goku's multiplied his power by 20 with it before, and in a movie, he even got it up to times 100. What a badass!
The Genki Dama, or Spirit Bomb, is potentially his strongest attack, but it requires considerable time. Unlike Instant Transmission, which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still. Yes, according to the Daisenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the dubs wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed. Silly English.
The dubs did more than that. In fact, early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried to rewrite Goku as a Superman figure. Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light in the darkness was originally about him coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage, accepting his anger and pride, avenging his people by defeating Frieza, and declaring himself the Super Saiyan.
Hell yeah! If there's any scene that deserves the word epic, it's when he went gold. Super Saiyan and its sequels all have official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan
God,
God
yeah.
certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands. Unlike normal Ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs? They're
Why do you
missing
have
out.
Why does he have a shotgun for a foot?
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is
Well,
unique.
at that point, I don't know if it was compete. It was more like being entertained by the God of Destruction because, you know, he impressed him, but that's about it. At that
This
point.
model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because Boo went berserk.
Fidel commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenshuu backs her up.
And, that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
And Goku could destroy that much the first time he went God. And he didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it even better, even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God and became Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah,
Super Saiyan
there's a more
God,
iconic
Yeah,
one.
not saying that. Or after he trained with some almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top of that.
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai, the destruction god move that nopes you out of existence. Your being and your soul erased from all of time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form,
Ultra Instinct. There it is.
Goku isn't a normal transformation. It's a state of mind. Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts, subconsciously making optimal choices because you're in the zone. Doing without thinking.
something Goku has always been training to do. Technically, it can be used in any form, but when perfected, Autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That sounds really intense.
It is, which is why he's developed incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon Ball Heroes, aka Dragon Ball fanfiction gone Kaioken time.
Is it? I've never
While
seen this
technically
thing.
a different continuity, CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used instant transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future. He defeated Dark King Fu, who was gonna rewrite the entire universe. Hell, this series even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time just by going Super Saiyan 4.
Looking back at that goofy monkey boy chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost overwhelming.
I forget there was
to think about how
dinosaurs in
far
the
Goku
original
has come,
series.
How much he's had to face.
But no matter the challenge, he takes it head-on and pushes through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond.
Okay. I feel like we skipped over some stuff there, but then, I'm not gonna be picky.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman.
He's just a
Superman.
locomotive. People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Born on the far-off world of Krypton, the infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction. Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman, champion of the oppressed, the man of tomorrow.
If you've only seen the movies, forget him. Comic book Clark's not the perfect Boy Scout, and he's definitely not Jesus. Wait, weren't the guys
Yeah, the movies did a number on him compared to the books. The books and the movie, comic books and the movies, I'd completely separate them honestly most of the
who
time.
made him Jewish?
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache showed up.
Understandably seeking escape from some truly terrifying horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A hero who could defeat any evil by just punching it. Hell yeah, that's how I live my life.
After almost 9 decades, Superman has been many things. At the core, his story is one of a refugee, a child who lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him, raised him, gave him a new home, because helping others in need is the right thing to do. That's why he became a superhero, the first superhero.
Everything's gotta start somewhere, but he was the first one to really take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while, actually, before he learned how to to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the Earth for 5 days straight, or crush coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's fast enough to reach the edge of the universe in seconds, or even break the bonds of infinity. Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably thinking of Elseworld stories outside main canon like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question though. Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety.
That's the point. It's the problem with comic Superman is that he's only strong as the writers want. But then again, that's how you sell comics, so I also understand why the writers do that. It's kind of with the Flash. The Flash is way too strong. He's too strong, so the writers always either write him out or nerf him in a way that usually doesn't make sense, or sometimes does make sense. But then again, you're like, if this was really the Flash, he probably would have solved this a while ago. Same with Superman. But you know what? You have to sell comics, so I'm not going to be too picky about it.
Of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Yeah, like how his breath is so powerful he can sneeze away a solar system, or blow air cold enough to freeze ghosts.
Speaking of, his X-ray vision doesn't just see through walls. He can see through your own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet, he can't see through lead. That's okay though, he can just burn through it with his face. Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision burns with the fire of a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Simply put, Superman's powers defy physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time. Or
That's
when
crazy.
He gained 10 years worth of medical training through only 5 minutes of reading, and then successfully performed lung surgery.
Nice. My favorite example is when he smelled brownies in North Dakota from orbit.
Even beyond his powers, Superman is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of battle.
He's trained in Kryptonian martial arts, which uses Chi, or as they call it, Shriar. He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman can resist being erased from existence, such as tanking Darkseid's Omega Beams. Even Retcon and the Time Trapper, both of which hijack and alter timelines, can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor, but because he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You
Ah,
may have noticed we've
I
covered
guess it's because like he's such a constant in every universe and everything that's gonna be hard to retcon him, because so many stories, so many lives, so many things would be affected by him not being there, that it would be such a problem that it'd probably screw everything over to an unacceptable and uncontrollable degree. I could see that. I could see that being a problem. It would be funny if it is too.
a variety
I could
of
be wrong,
Superman eras.
but I'm just saying.
Superman and DC Comics as a whole have gone through multiple retcons.
Yep.
Golden Age, Silver Age, Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, New 52, Rebirth, and so on.
It would help to know which one is the main Superman, right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kinda canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super muscular control. Ew. I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig into it, this isn't new. Plenty of characters have recalled events from supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis Supes did start as less powerful than in pre-crisis, but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's so many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon has affected his
Superman 1 million, Superman, Superboy Prime, Superman Prime. The list goes on.
abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time. And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further. In fact, upon visiting a white star, he attained a whole new level of power.
When that old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
Remember, Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that his universe has a radius of at least 100 trillion light years, but we can calculate a more exact figure. The DC universe is 15 billion years old and expands at 60 trillion light years per half second. This means its radius must be over 50 nonillion light years across.
That number means nothing to me. You just made that up.
31 zeros, and Soups helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's
1/5?
well, about one.
What we got here? Oh fuck! I want to see who's responsible for this. Give me a second. Okay. So that's I forgot radiation. What's it called? He's like the Amanda Waller's contingency for Superman. I forgot his name. Right, that guy with the red gloves. I don't recognize the other two though. But I do recognize just Superman and him.
1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's the Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman, you know,
Punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman does have weaknesses. There's kryptonite, of course, and exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
Not all at once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star. So...
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic, but it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances to it. He's defeated plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Honestly, Shazam's my favorite counter to Superman. In a way, it's funny, right? It's great. I loved it. I love it when they fight. I enjoy Shazam more, but I still understand that Superman would beat him, you know? But not every time. It'd be 1 out of 10 that he would lose, but he would win most of the time.
He's
Superman,
the
I'm saying.
good guy of them all, but there is nuance to being good, even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the World Forger, one of the most powerful reality shapers in all of creation.
Who was in the 6th dimension, crafting a whole new multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home. Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's Superman, a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day. What's not to like?
Truth and justice.
That is so comically. What the fuck? I don't think that's how that works, my dude. I don't think you chaining planets is gonna be cool or good. I don't think that's how that works, my guy.
On the same day.
I don't think that's how that works.
Truth and justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
Wait, I don't think that's how that
All right,
works.
the combatants are set. We've done the
Okay.
data through all possibilities.
Honestly, after going through that, I want to switch to Superman just because I do like his stories a lot better. But I'm gonna stick with the coin and gonna vote Goku. I don't care who wins though. I more enjoyed going through their backstories and remembering why I like these two characters that much than I really care about them fighting. Because it doesn't matter to me who wins and everything. I just like the characters so much.
It's time for a death battle!
Chat, who do you guys want to win?
Today's the day. We'll finally settle who's stronger.
If you say so.
I mean, realistically speaking, if these two met, they'd just be friends. Let's be honest. That's the real truth. Soups, cause America. That's I guess. I don't know. I don't associate Superman with America. He's kind of above that, honestly speaking. I get he was made for a time and all that, and he was represented by, like, you know, I get that history wise. But when I think about Superman in general, right? He's like the protector of the world, of humanity, of Earth. Is what my interpretation of him and how he should be viewed. Not how I view him, and how I'm assuming that he's the symbol of hope for humanity and all that, and like the good, general good, symbol of hope for good and stuff like that. So I don't really associate him with America, but all right, at least we know.
You're holding back. Give it your all.
I mean, both of you are in this point.
I'm doing just fine.
Oh, straight to blue. If you want to be safe, you might want to take this to space. I'm not gonna lie. You might want to go out there. Yeah, thank you. I want to live.
Oops. Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's the most threatening thing Superman has ever said about in general, that the world is made of cardboard for him. Like, it's true, but like everything's made out of cardboard for him.
Are you just how powerful I really am?
Oh, that every other version of him felt it, didn't it? Yeah.
Looks like a job, Forbes.
Goku still has a couple other forms.
What do you think?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Are we getting it? Yeah! There it is. Ultra Instinct. Boys, take it out to space, please. You're gonna break the Earth. Oh, there it is. He's gonna be a super punch, isn't it?
Finally.
Ooh. This is epic, bro. This is so cool. I love this. This is so awesome. It's just overload. What happened?
Huh?
Ah.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
Yeah. Well, there goes the whole universe, I think. Oh, probably the multiverse.
You're on.
And because how Goku works, right? Because he's a Saiyan, right? He's just gonna be him having, yeah, interacting this. I love this. I know, because this is how it would be. They'd just be friends, and you know how Saiyans work. Every near-death experience would just make him stronger. So eventually, he'd even get even stronger and stronger. That's the thing with Goku, right? He's just gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger, and eventually gonna be able to match, if not surpass. But that's a long way to go, technically still. But this is good. I like this. I like this very much. This is enjoyable.
That's it. The final, indisputable answer. Who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
There's so many ways this battle could go, especially with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for real. Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a lot to cover, so let's address the 5 categories most representative of this fight.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505 times larger than our own. But based on the DC Universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger. Over a novemdecillion times more than
This
Goku.
means nothing.
At some point, you reach a number high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Anyway, Goku's obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times. He's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But strength isn't everything. Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized universe of his in seconds and flew faster than infinity.
Makes sense, he can keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Yeah,
Goku
yeah.
Though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That, combined with instant transmission and Ultra Instinct, could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable. The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially when we look at skill. Goku's a martial arts master. He's definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training, while Superman sees training as a means to an end.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's even defeated martial arts experts like Cobra without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 8,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but perhaps less obvious is our last category, powers.
Hakai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win?
The thing is with Superman, he has only one thing, and he has one thing only. But the one thing he has is enough to win almost any battle, depending on what people want. And that is the power of the writer, because he is conveniently strong as the writers may come to win.
In with those.
In Dragon Ball, Ki is dependent on physical ability, so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Hakai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
Superman can time travel, countering instant transmission's similar ability from Heroes. And regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though Goku's certainly tough enough to withstand a vacuum, instant transmission requires another person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any red star.
Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So, that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman breaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake, who wants Goku to lose?
You sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but
Well, it's not you overthinking this. It's that a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. I want to read the comments. I'm happy with this. I honestly did not care who would really win, but I like that. That was a good fight. That was good animation. I liked it. It makes me it's happy, right? Let's see what this. Let's see what the comments say here, though. Thanks, my mom made it for me as their super entire character. Yeah. Average fan, enjoy. I know. I'm just enjoying that this even happened. And of course, he wants something to fight. Yeah, that's why he's better in skill. And because he's just a fighter. Superman is like a hero, so he has to focus on everything else. I mean, Goku's a hero too, but he's mainly out there. He wants to get stronger and fighting and everything. And Superman's kind of the opposite of that. The world's made out of cardboard. It's kind of the same difference, Superman started really strong. Goku got really strong, and that's the difference. I like that. Wait, I like how Death Battle is dividing Superman's version into one. That means not all Superman can defeat Goku. Yeah, not all Superman can defeat Goku. That's obvious. Because there's so many inconsistencies in so many different comics and everything that it's gonna be obvious that yeah, some of them just can't compete. That's what I mean. I don't care who you are a fan, but Soups and Goku would 100% be friends. It's the truth. It's the truth. I can't believe Goku and Superman are going for a third round. Actually, knowing Goku, I totally believe it. Absolutely. Man loves to do nothing but fight. Alright. Well, that has been my reaction to Goku versus Superman, Dragon Ball vs. DC Comics on Death Battle. It has been very, very enjoyable. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. I am happy with the results. Even though I went Goku, he lost. I still enjoyed it. It was very amazing. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I could see this. I'm happy with this. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you guys later, YouTube. Goodbye, Line Lost Souls.